We are live. Welcome to the West Coast Draft Podcast. It's
Christmas
Beau.
special. Oh, I should
The
have worn a
Christmas
Santa
dress.
hat.
It was the pod before Christmas, and all through the apartment complex slash house in Rob's case. Not a not a podcaster was picking well.
Not even
Not
a
even
push.
not even Rob. Not even a
Oh,
push. Not
that's a
even a
good.
push.
That's a good one. Not even Rob. That's good. And we might talk. We might make. We're gonna make some college football picks. This is gonna be an NFL
Well,
episode, but we'll make our picks through probably. We said next Monday, right? So that would
next
be.
Monday is the we got a lot between Thursday and
Oh
next
baby,
Monday. There's a
that's
lot
there's
of
probably going to
games.
be a lot of turboing though. Actually, no, there's
Yeah.
some good matchups.
Yeah, I mean, I
Recruiting
think we
news.
can the reason I'm choosing 12:30 is the cutoff is because the fun ones start on 12:31 for the most part. So if we kind of just plug these
Yeah,
picks in
yeah.
and talk about
Just
them
get him
next
out of the
Monday, I think
way.
it'd
Get
be
him out of the
okay.
way. Daniel will probably be back for the next
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. So I
Um,
think we can just plug these in, maybe talk about some of them real fast if there's any matchups that look intriguing, but this is going to be an NFL pod. Um,
oh
Rutgers, K
shit.
State, maybe
You
in
know
the
who
Rate
there's some
Bowl.
smoke for the next DC for the Huskies?
Who's that?
Well, Robert Ball is getting a lot of
I heard
smoke,
Robert Balla was
but
like the
also
favorite.
Ryan Walters, which
Oh
he was a
wow,
good DC at Purdue, but
he was or Indiana or Illinois,
Illinois,
Illinois.
Illinois, not
Yeah,
not Purdue.
not Purdue. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to run Penny though.
I'm looking. Georgia Tech Vandy will be a fun one. Which
Um,
imagine saying that before the season.
however, want
Oh
to
yeah,
hear a big commit we got coming probably tonight or tomorrow?
who's that?
Tariq Al the Wazoo linebacker, really a baller,
Oh,
baller.
so it's not Jonte Cook that all the
Not
Husky
yet.
accounts are posting the eyeball
One of them's a
emojis for.
troll. One of them's a troll. Don't worry about
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I feel like
The
every
thing
like
about
Husky
Jonte
account.
Cook is
Yeah.
he wants to go to Florida, but Florida's kind of slow playing him. They don't really know
Yeah.
if they have room because they got a bunch of other stud receivers. The
Yeah.
thing if
Florida's
Jonte comes here,
cooking in the
he's
portal.
he's starting if he comes here.
Right.
And I think we've made that pretty clear. And
Mhm.
he said he wants to commit on Christmas, and Florida might want to wait till after the dead period. So if he commits before the dead period ends, I think he comes here. And he'd be awesome here.
Yeah.
And he tweeted today he wants to be prioritized. I'm like, I know who's prioritizing you. So
Right.
if we get him, that'd be awesome. If not, there's some other options. I think it's pretty clear they want to add a speed threat, which I totally agree. I've been saying it for quite some time. Um, if he comes, that's awesome. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be heartbroken. It's like, hey, we
Mhm.
tried, and we'll
Yeah.
find somebody else.
For
But
sure,
I've
man.
I've loved how they've gone about the portal so far. I think they've added a lot of good players. Totally flipped the linebacker room
Oh, absolutely.
because like House was a good player, but the biggest issue he would have been an awesome Pac-12 linebacker, awesome Pac-12 linebacker,
Mhm.
but he probably never would have added the weight he needed for the Big Ten. And now we got Manu. He's going to be probably redshirting. He'll probably get the last 4 games, but also with I'm blanking on the first guy.
Oh, Alexander.
Oh yeah, X3 Alexander Baller.
Yeah.
Did not know he was until the other day that he was Junior Alexander's little brother.
Yeah.
Uh, and I thought his name was pronounced Jiri, but I know it's X3 and X3 and Alukta. Those are Big Ten linebackers right there. And then probably you're going to have a rotation of Manu, X3, Alukta, who he goes by Buddha,
Mhm.
and Zadrius Rainy Sale. That's a good group of four right there because ZRS is going to play. He's ready. So what we did to the linebacker room, as much as I love Bruner, how we flipped the linebacker room is like kind of like how we flipped that running back room. Shout out to Robert Balla though.
Yep. Robert Ball. Sorry, I'm just typing in the description here.
No worries, my friend.
While I'm doing that, any bowl games between now and the 31st that you've got an eye on?
I definitely have an eye on Iowa State, Miami. That's gonna be
Hmm.
fun, even with probably Ward and Restrepo setting out. I think it'll still be a fun matchup. BYU Colorado, gosh, that's Catholics versus convicts 2.0, man.
It's funny with that one because they're conference opponents too, but
Oh shit, that's right.
because the Pac-12 tie-in still is in effect for
Yeah,
bowl games
yeah,
for the
you're
next
right.
couple of years.
Um, that's but like you see the post today, they're flying on a Rolls Royce airplane. It's like, no, they're not. There is no such thing as a Rolls Royce
There's no,
airplane.
yeah,
It has Rolls Royce engines,
yeah.
but it's not a Rolls Royce airplane. Um, I think Iowa Mizzou is going to be fun. Poor Cougs, man. They got like no coaches and players left. I can't believe they're still playing. Is McCord playing or is he sitting out?
I know he's committed to the Senior Bowl. Senior
He's
Bowl or
going
Shrine
pro.
Bowl? One of
He's
them.
going
Yeah, he's
pro.
definitely. Let's see, McCord. Is he Senior Bowl or Shrine Bowl? He's Shrine Bowl. Never mind. Which
Honestly, He
this
played
year, the
good enough
Shrine
to.
Bowl's got some headliners, man. So I don't
Let's
know if
go to
that's even a
Frisco.
bad
Let's
thing.
go to Frisco, baby.
Yeah, shoot, man. I don't know if the headliners at the Shrine Bowl this year kind of crazy, actually. So that's not normally it's like the
I wonder if
Senior
we'll.
Bowl or the
I wonder
Shrine
if we'll
Bowl is
get
like a
our.
step down, but
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get our credential this year. Probably pretty tough this year. Um,
might be tough this year.
give me a little scroll.
Hmm.
Yeah, Georgia Tech Vandy. That's gonna be a blast, dude.
Georgia Tech's gonna be that's gonna be a very fun
I'm
game.
excited for that one. Alabama, Michigan. That's gonna be
Texas
an
Tech,
interesting match.
Arkansas could low key be kind of fun
Oh
too.
yeah, I'm excited for Louisville, Washington. That's a fun matchup.
Yeah,
Uh,
it will be.
a
But
lot of
we'll
sit
talk
outs
about
from
that more. We'll actually be able to talk about that in next week's pod though.
a
So we
lot of.
don't even need to
Oh
worry about
shoot,
that right
yeah,
now.
no spreading. A lot of sit outs for Louisville, and I
Yeah,
don't think there.
not a lot for
There's
UW.
no sit outs for UW because I think there's only one player with a chance to be drafted. But now with that JUCO ruling, I think he might be staying another year. It's gonna be tight.
Mhm.
The person
Yeah, Dixon.
they think he's leaning pro. They think he's leaning pro right now.
Yeah,
But if we get him for another year, that'd be cool.
yeah, and then obviously we got the playoff games
Yeah.
coming next Tuesday and Wednesday as
Go
well.
Ohio State, baby.
Yeah, go Bucks, go
If
Buckeyes,
they
go
played,
Buckeyes.
if they play like they did against Tennessee, they're winning.
Yeah, they should. They should.
I saw a theory. It's like I wonder if the people who had buys, might feel a little rusty coming out.
What's the last time was the last time Ohio State played in the Rose Bowl in our
Yeah,
against us in 2018?
yeah.
Gosh, it feels like it's been. I feel like they're
Feels like
always in it, but I guess not.
wait, no. Nope. The JSN.
Oh, yep, you're right. You're right. You're right. JSN versus Utah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
If they play like that, they'll probably win.
If they play like that, yeah.
Um, let's see. I think we should at least sort of we'll talk about the playoff games. How about that? We'll talk about
Okay,
these
okay.
playoff games and before we get into the NFL games.
Oh my
Starting,
gosh. Let me mention something though. All the
yeah.
narratives that came out
Oh goodness.
and all of that crap for the biggest loss of the weekend was Tennessee.
Mm,
Like they're
crazy.
talking about it at the end of the games on the ESPN broadcast. It's like, shut up. I saw a
The fact that
really
all these
good.
games were on, I guess actually technically the middle two were on TNT, but they were all basically being broadcast by ESPN,
Yeah.
ESECPN.
There was this awesome article that came out today. I was like, the reason why America loves March Madness is because they embrace the Cinderella story. Here, you in this situation, you bash them, and that's why
Yeah,
people are
they're
so
just shitting
pissed.
on them. They're so mad that Alabama and Ole Miss didn't make it. I
Oh,
feel
so
like
mad.
they're so mad that Alabama and Ole Miss aren't in it. I feel bad for Miami. Miami had a better case for it than Alabama or Ole Miss did.
Yeah.
That's what I feel bad for. But you don't see them sticking up for Miami at all.
Nope.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Notre Dame
Um,
losing what's his name though, one of their D line. Tough.
mhm,
Not Howard
yeah,
Cross, but the other one.
yeah. So Notre Dame. We'll start with Friday night game,
Love.
Notre
Oh
Dame.
gosh, Love was awesome.
Yeah, Love is gonna be fun next year when we're talking draft in
Oh yeah.
26. 2026 is gonna be a fun year for skill players in general, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And the
Quarterbacks
quarterbacks are
too.
gonna be decent again, yeah,
Quarterbacks
with
too.
Nico and maybe Arch,
Well,
Drew Aller,
Nussmeyer and Aller
Nussmeier, yeah,
and Aller.
and Aller, yeah. It's funny the guys that might have been QB1 this year if they decide to come out.
Don't do a Jake Locker. Don't pull a Jake Locker. Don't pull
uh,
a
Matt Barkley.
Matt Barkley. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Matt Barkley's the guy I always think of when I'm like,
I
oh
always think
gosh.
Jake Locker because he was going to be top pick.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, Notre Dame took care of business. Good tackling. That's why I think they can match up against Oregon well because they're great tacklers.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Notre Dame is
Shout out Marcus Freeman. I like Marcus Freeman.
yeah, no, I think I honestly I'm surprised he hasn't gotten. I mean, I think he's had NFL interviews
Oh yeah,
already, hasn't he?
absolutely. He's has
Yeah.
NFL buzz this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the Golden Domer bias.
That's true. Hey man, he's earned it. He's earned it. He's doing a really good job there, especially after Brian Kelly left. I know a lot of people kind of left the program to die, and he's honestly been a little bit more consistent than Kelly was when Kelly was there. Next game, I guess we should talk about this from Indiana's angle. We didn't really give them a shot,
Uh,
and for good reason, but they
Cignetti
deserve to be here.
cowarded it out on that punt midfield.
Yeah,
He had to go for
fair
that.
enough.
They
Fair
were just
enough.
outgunned. Outgunned. Hey, shout out to them. Great season. I'm not pissed that they made it. They earned it. They played
No,
awesome.
absolutely. You kidding me?
Shout out to them for a great season. You know, Cignetti's going to be having him playing well, man.
Yeah.
Is Rourke back for another year?
This who?
Rourke,
No,
Curtis.
Rourke's already. He's already.
I think Rourke is could be an interesting flyer, but man, my flyer quarterbacks have not worked out at all. Oh man, my
Oh,
record on flyers
DTR.
is
We'll talk
not
about
good.
DTR a little bit later. Gosh, I got to watch Will Levis and DTR in back-to-back weeks. Oh, that 2023 draft is looking rough. Hey, you know what? AR is winning games now for the Colts at least. Hey, I gotta think about that 2023 QB class, but I'll get to that later. B1. We'll get to that later though.
It was against the Cardinals.
Okay, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. You can't argue he was balling out. Hey,
Yeah,
we'll get to that later.
I can't argue. Yeah,
Penn State SMU. Yeah, again, kind of similar thing. Penn State was actually not doing well on offense in the first half, and then they got the
defense
two pick
carried.
sixes. Defense carried, and then
Gosh,
offense
their
took it from
quarterback
there.
Kevin Wallace had a bad game.
Mhm.
Bad game.
Watkins.
Sorry,
Yeah, but
bad
yeah, you're
game.
talking about. Yeah, he did.
Because
He had the
SMU's
one
defense was playing
because
well.
they forced the SMU forced the three and out to start the game. They march it down the
SMU's defense
field.
played
They
well.
get to fourth and short on like the Penn State like 15, and then all of a sudden they execute almost like a perfect keeper,
Mm-hmm.
and then he throws it at the last second to an open tight end, and he throws it way behind him, and he
Brett
drops it.
Lashley's a great coach, man. He's a
Yeah,
great coach.
yeah, he's not
Their
gonna
high
get
tempo offense is fun, but they just gonna get it going.
yeah.
Um, yeah, SMU's defense played well. They played
Hmm.
well.
They did at least in the first half. In the
Yeah,
second,
first,
I
yeah,
mean
second
it.
half.
I
But I
mean, but in
mean,
the second half, the wheels have just
you're
fallen
on
off
the
SMU
field
entirely.
so long because your offense can't do shit and throws a bunch of pick sixes. That's what's gonna
Right.
happen.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, SMU's kind of similar story to Indiana in its sense. It's like, hey, no one expected you to be here, so can't hate on you too much. And for at least a quarter and a half, you gave Penn State a pretty good fight in Happy Valley, which is more
Mhm.
than a lot of teams can say.
Oh yeah.
Um.
Let me check a score real quick. I think we might have an issue here. We got an issue here, Bo.
What is it?
Oh shit, no, never mind. I can't count. Nope, we're good. We're good.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Texas Clemson.
Yeah. Texas, yeah. Were you checking to see if Texas covered?
Yeah, my math was wrong.
Yeah.
I,
No, they
I
won by
saw it.
14. They won by
I saw.
14.
I thought for a second I thought they had 26, but no,
Oh no, no, they 28. Or yeah. What's the final score?
38-24.
38-24. Oh, okay, okay,
I thought it
okay,
was
okay.
38-26 for some reason. I don't
Ah,
know.
okay. Which would have been a push, but
Yeah, it would have
it
been a
wasn't.
push.
Um, yeah, Texas. I don't know. This one felt a little bit closer than the final score
It did. I
was.
mean, Clemson had a
Texas,
late push.
Texas had an insane second quarter, and other than that, the game was pretty even.
Clemson had a late push. They got really
Hmm.
close to really making it a game, and then Texas,
Yeah,
went down and scored again. That put it out of reach. But
yeah.
this was my favorite game of the. This is the best game of the
I
weekend,
agree. I think, and when you look at all
and
the
it had
team,
the
I mean,
biggest spread.
yeah, it did. Ohio State, Tennessee was probably the one that most people would say should have been the closest just from an outside angle. But this one was probably the one you projected to be the second closest, which is funny that the spread was the biggest. That's probably mostly just people overvaluing Texas a little bit. Um, on that note, yeah, other than the second quarter of this game, this was pretty back and forth, pretty even on both sides, I think. Texas was obviously able to do just enough to ultimately cover, but it was actually a pretty competitive game
It
considering the
was.
ultimate 14-point dip score differential. Um, and then lastly, Tennessee, Ohio State, just a bloodbath. What happened? Wait. I know usually what we say, what happened, we mean it in a bad way. What happened to Chip Kelly between the Michigan game and this game? Did he remember how to coach?
I mean, I feel like uh, when it comes to playing Michigan, there's so much in their heads of we're gonna run it down their throat because we're tougher than them. And it's like you
Yeah,
have
it's true.
the best. You probably have the best receiver in college football in Jeremiah Smith on a
All
pure
right.
talent level. He didn't have the production to be the best receiver yet, but him or Ryan Williams,
Mhm.
um, throw it, spread it out, and throw it. And once you do that, the lanes will open, and they did. Their defense played great though too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They held Nico and the whole offense in check, which part of that is Samson getting out of there.
Yeah,
I mean, that definitely helps Ohio State, but still. I mean,
JTT actually did
yeah.
something.
Yeah, he did something in a game that wasn't against the Penn State and Nittany Lions for the first time ever. Good for him. Gonna help him draft stock a lot with these last couple of games.
I think
Um,
at max he's day two,
oh
early
no, definitely,
early day
definitely.
two.
But who knows? Who knows? We've seen guys, and especially now in the with the current playoff format that you're playing potentially up to 4 games. I mean, that's a 30-year season.
Yeah, I mean CJ man,
You know,
he really elevated himself in the
he
playoffs.
did. He did. He only
That
needed
was
one
the
game to
game that
elevate too.
everyone, huh?
He only
Oh yeah,
needed
he
the
should
one
have won.
game, and yeah, and they lost.
I mean, that was the game that everyone was waiting for him to
Right.
do. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
we want to see this, and he finally did it.
So crazy that Ryan Day probably is a national. How different is the discourse if Ruggles makes that kick at the end and they go on to blow the doors off of TCU in the
Oh my
national
god,
championship like we all know they would have? How different is the Ryan Day discourse? Because
how
most Ohio
different
State fans want him fired.
how
And he
different
would have a
is the
national championship years ago.
how different is the Georgia talk if they don't get this right?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
that one kick basically basically determined the discourse on Kirby Smart and Ryan Day.
yeah. It really
Although to
did.
be fair, Kirby Smart at least won a national
He
championship
did
the year
already
before.
have his. He did already
He
have
already
his.
had one. He already had one.
But Georgia's definitely not at the top of college football without
Did
that back to
Georgia?
back.
No, Georgia didn't make the playoff last year. That's right. They missed it because they lost the
They
SEC
lost to
title game.
Bama.
I was
Yeah.
trying to remember what they did last year. Well, they're back this year, and they're playing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the Golden Domers. These bottom two games will be fun, man. These are two really fun
Oh
matchups.
yeah, that is awesome.
It's top two. Well, Penn State and Texas, congratulations on your spot in the Final Four. I'll just say that. I've been wrong before, though. I've been wrong before.
It's the Fiesta Bowl, man.
That's true. It's
Craziness
fiesta.
happens. So I would
Especially with
think.
Boise State. Hey, Boise State and Penn State both have a pretty good history in the
No, I'm
Fiesta
talking about,
Bowl.
yeah, no, I'm talking about the Fiesta Bowl for Boise State for sure. Anyways, let's get to picking the games we got spreads for.
Yes. Oh, do we want to go through all these?
I thought we were going to do that.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna plug them in and then go into the
Okay, yeah, we
NFL
can we
pod.
can do that. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Your call. Your call.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. We'll just plug them in. We don't. I just wanted to kind of talk about the college games
Yeah,
specifically.
no, that's cool. That's cool.
Or sorry, the CFP games, but we got to talk about some NFL Week 16 action here. And we also want to talk a little bit about the draft order because it's starting to come into focus.
Or
The
Raiders.
top 18 is starting to come into focus. Yeah, it's freaking Raiders, man. Did you see Antonio Pierce afterwards? They're asking him about screwing over draft position. And he was just like, "You think we give a shit about that? We don't fucking care about draft position. We're playing to win. We don't fucking play to lose." What he really should have just said was the Magic Johnson, the I ain't gonna be here.
It would have been funny if he should. That was the perfect time for a Tomlin. We do not care.
You do not care. um. Anyways, getting into the Saturday games here, Houston KC to start. Oh man, I know I said it in the group chat, but CJ Stroud, CJ
Sophomore
Slump,
slump. CJ
CJ Slump.
slump. Ooh.
It's rough, man. Also, Tank Dell, man, that's rough.
No,
Back
he
to back
most
torn
unlucky
ACLs,
man, and he got shot.
and he got shot. I forgot he got shot. And this time he dislocated his kneecap to
I
go along
know,
with it too.
dude. Ugh, poor guy, because he rocks.
It's a fun player when he's healthy. Although he was also trying to have he was also having a slump. Although to be fair, he did get shot and have a torn ACL last year, so his slump makes a little bit of sense. Stroud's slump is discouraging. Permanent, probably not, but when you talk about the sophomore slump, it's what we're looking at with CJ Stroud right now. He's I mean, let's just say it. People are afraid to say it. I'll say it. I'll say it. CJ Stroud has been a bad quarterback the past month.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's been bad. No, I don't think that means he is bad, but he's been bad.
There were
And
so many.
and I will always be salty about people that put CJ Stroud
Yeah.
over Joe Burrow. And is that a little bit of a reason I'm kind of taking a mini victory lap on CJ Stroud falling off? That's part of it.
What's their OC's name
Again,
again?
what's up?
What's their OC's
Oh,
name again?
Slovic.
Remember when he was the hot name for head coaches spots
Oh
last
yeah.
year? Ooh.
Yep, that's fallen off too. He's not going to get any interviews
Same
this
with
cycle.
Smith in Miami.
Mm, that's true. That's true.
Now
He's
Joe
not going
Brady's getting the job.
to.
We
Joe
were
Brady's going to get a job.
never wrong, just early, as you
Never
say.
wrong, just early. Hey, man, it was never Joe Brady's fault in Carolina. It was
It
always
was
Matt
not.
Rule's
We said
fault.
it. We both said it at the time. He was the scapegoat.
Yep.
As Michael Scott said, the scapegoat.
The scapegoat. He was the scapegoat. Meanwhile, for KC, congratulations. I mean, this is technically a one-score game, but let's be real. This was pretty comfortable for them. Two straight comfortable games. Congratulations.
And a classic bailout.
And a classic bailout, yes. That they got along the way. But they moved to what? What's the record in one-score games now?
Just
11 and
that
0?
like fumble bailout, like roughing the
Yeah,
passer,
4 and 0,
and then
5 and
or
0,
fumble
6 and
bailout
0,
holding or whatever,
7 and
and then a
0,
touchdown. It was like,
8
come
and 0, 9 and 0,
on.
10 and 0, 11 and 0, 12 and 0. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 11 and 0 in one-score games. Insane.
So
Which,
sick of
I mean,
them.
to be
I'm
fair,
so
hey,
sick
man,
of them.
gotta give them a credit where credit's due. Winning one-score games ain't easy. At the same time, you think historically one-score games go your way about 50% of the time. The fact that they're 11 and 0 is just bonkers. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Oops. Wait, hold on. What am I doing here? Why'd I go up? Week 16. Come on, give me week 16. Why is it not showing me? It shows them and then it takes it away. That's lame. Welcome. Am I signed in? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm not logged in. That's why. Hold on. 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Technical difficulties. BRB. Next game. There we go. Yeah, okay. Here we go. That was weird. Okay. Next game was Baltimore Pittsburgh. Lamar finally exercising his Pittsburgh demons. Good for him, man. Good for
Pittsburgh
him.
back-to-back stinkers. Couldn't
Yeah, no,
couldn't
Pittsburgh's
play up
starting
to
to
the
fall
big
off the
boys.
wagon a little
Couldn't
bit.
play up to the big boys.
They could not. They could not. They got KC and Cincinnati to close the season.
Oof.
Could they lose out?
Do they have they clinched the spot in the playoffs?
They've clinched a playoff
That's what I thought,
spot,
yeah.
yes, but they have not clinched the North yet. They could theoretically, they could realistically lose out, actually. And then you're looking at a 10-7 on a 4-game losing streak entering the playoffs. Oh, and also the Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2016. And if you enter on a 4-game losing streak, you're not looking at probably not looking at that going in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Although they would probably play Houston first round, and that might be okay. But yeah, Baltimore. I mean, credit where credit's due. I think we both picked Pittsburgh in this game, so that hurts. But actually, all three of us picked Pittsburgh in this game. But yeah, Baltimore took
Lamar
it to him.
MVP, let's go.
Boo. Boo. Get out
Let's
of
get to the
here.
game that we were all excited to watch.
Yes, Falcons. Obviously, I didn't get to see a lot of this one because I was watching
I
the
watched
Bengals
it
game.
all.
All right, give me your breakdown then, my friend.
Penix had a great game. Maybe the box score doesn't look amazing. They didn't have him do too much, but man, he looked great out there. He was throwing a great ball, throwing an accurate ball. Kyle Pitts, for his one pick, was a Kyle Pitts, one of the worst plays I've ever seen, literally doing the Bobby Boucher. Like, he caught the ball and just threw it to a defender. It was like, what the hell? One
I
of the
did
worst
see
things I've
that.
ever seen. There was a
Kyle
funny
Pitts is such a bust.
I think I sent it in the Instagram chat. I don't think I sent it in the messenger chat, but there's an AI of Penix. Like, it's my fault for the interception because I threw it to a bum like Kyle Pitts. I drafted him 3 years in a row in fantasy and he sucked. But
Good enough.
I sent this in the group chat. Is Kyle Pitts an Aaron Curry level bust?
I think the highs have been higher with Pitts, and he at least is still in the team 3 years later. Aaron Curry
Yep.
can't say the same. It's not far though. It's not far.
He was supposed to be a unicorn.
He was supposed to be, yeah.
No tight ends going in the top 10 ever again, man. Especially with Brock Bowers going 12 and having this kind of year. It's never happening
13,
again.
wherever he went. Yeah, 12, 13, whenever he went. Yeah, no, it's I think you're right. I think it was 12.
Yeah, no, Bowers went 12 to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith deserves some vindication here.
Yeah, no, honestly. And then you see what Jonnu Smith's doing in Miami too.
I know.
All of a sudden, we're like, hold up, maybe Arthur Smith was right.
But no, Penix had a really good game. He had a really good game. Bijan went out at the 1 yard line. That stole his first passing touchdown. No touchdowns, one pick, but really, really good game. And he can really turn the tides and get Atlanta into the playoffs, man. That'd be awesome.
We'll see. Tampa, I think Atlanta controls their own destiny now
They do.
To the postseason.
I miss
They
him.
went
I
out
miss him
there
so
and
much. That zip he has on the ball, man. Oh,
yeah. Atlanta's got some tough games to finish though, because I think
They
they've got Washington and then they've got Carolina, I want to say, which is funny to think Carolina's a tough game, but they're playing guys tight right now. I'm telling teams tight. They just knocked the Cardinals out of the playoffs. So Next game, Detroit, Chicago. Daniel's obviously not here to talk about this one. Detroit whooped them. I don't know. You see Caleb was doing like the soccer celebration when they were down 14. Where he was like, hey, he threw a touchdown, he jumped up in the air, he did that. They're down 14.
That is a celebration that has killed a lot of linemen's ACLs in this league.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I remember it happened like twice, like in a couple weeks, to a defensive lineman, a Bears player, and a Lions player. Never ever do that celebration.
Yeah.
That fake fumble play,
Oh, the fake. Oh, how do we almost forget the fake fumble play? That was
that was
iconic,
awesome.
man. Great play. Great play.
Just
Love
taunting,
that.
toying with the Bears. That's audition tape for Ben Johnson to get the Bears job, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was doing it live. He was
I
like,
feel
he was
like it
showing off.
has to be him. It has to be him.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna be the favorite. It's just a matter of he wants it because he could have better options.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty good situation.
I don't think it's a bad situation. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, like,
I think the most important thing that a new head coach looks at when he's looking at jobs is their quarterback there.
right. Or can you draft one
Yeah,
right
definitely.
away? Yeah, I get it. Oh,
The
Cincinnati,
floor is
Cleveland.
yours.
The Battle of Ohio. For the first time since I was a senior in high school, the Cincinnati Bengals have taken their rightful spot and swept the Battle of Ohio. It's a long time coming. In fact, we got swept in it like 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row. Actually, no, not 4 years in a row. 2018, 2019 we split, but then 2020 and 2021. So 3 out of 4 years we got swept in the Battle of Ohio. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Then have been splits the past couple years. This year, we finally did it. Finally took it to them. The Browns, as as the wise man Juju Smith-Schuster once said, the Browns is the Browns. We put them in their place. They're firmly in the bottom of the NFL where they have always belonged. Don't forget, Brownies. Don't forget where you belong. You're at the bottom of the league. You're not at the bottom of the North. You are at the bottom of the North, but you're also at the bottom of the league. You're terrible. You are garbage. You are a pit stain on the surface of the NFL. When you look at most divisions, you will see four teams. Well, if you look at AFC North, if you look at the AFC North, you will only see three teams. You will only see the Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, and Cincinnati Bengals. Why? Because it turns out you were actually looking at the record books of every team that has ever won the AFC North. You're 23 years into the AFC North, and the Cleveland Browns have won it had the same amount of times that I personally have won it. 0 times. I was 2 years old when the Cleveland Browns joined the AFC North. They have not won it yet. Put that into just the Browns are an embarrassment. The Browns are a joke. The Browns are the laughing stock of the NFL. Don't ever get it twisted. People may say the New York Jets. People may say the Chicago Bears. People may say the Carolina
Both of those teams
Panthers.
have Super Bowls.
Yes, that is true,
Also,
except the Panthers don't. But
oh, whoops.
it has always been the Browns, and it always will be the Browns. Now that that rant's over, the game itself. Joe Burrow is literally a magician. My goodness, some of the throws he was making off play. I mean, he made the throw that Mahomes tried to make in the Super Bowl that one
Yep,
year
yep,
that
yep.
everyone glazed him for. Yeah, Burrow actually did it live in a game and he got a touchdown out of it. Now, granted, he did it like the 10-yard line and Mahomes did it from like the 30-yard line, but still, point being, Burrow actually got a touchdown out of the throw parallel to the ground. The Mahomo, he did not. He had an incomplete pass. So that tells you all you need to know. That's that, and that might not have even. It was his most important, impressive throw from this game. But he also had another one where he was getting like spun around and sacked, and then he like tossed it to Drew Sample just like over his shoulder. like this as he was like facing away from him. That ended up being a first down. Some of the throws Burrow's pulling off right now, man, are just like hysterical in on how he's executing. Joe Burrow is just he's an incredible quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the National Football League this year. The stats say it. The win-loss record doesn't say it. And obviously he's not going to win MVP because of the win-loss record, but I have no doubt in my mind that Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the NFL this year. This is an instance where I think the MVP and AP first team All-Pro should go to different players.
I agree.
MVP, I think you give it to Josh Allen. First team All-Pro, I think should go to Joe Burrow, me personally. On that note, though, everyone else came to play. The offensive line had a rough second half, I'm not gonna lie. Once Amarius Mims went down, which sounds like not a serious injury, but when your tackles are Cody Ford and Devin Cochran, it's not gonna go well, especially when you're going up against Myles Garrett. It did not go well. Second half was rough. Burrow was taking some shots in the second half. But luckily the defense actually held up, which it's partially the defense starting to play a bit better the past couple weeks against worse competition. It's also partly Dorian Thompson Robinson, old draft flyer of Mr. Jokinen here. Maybe being one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen play at the NFL level. He is dog shit. He is
Yeah,
so bad, man.
I think Noopsy on that one.
Yeah, he's really, really
He
bad.
was fun at UCLA, okay?
Hey, and he was fun in a couple preseason games too.
I think he just might be that kind of guy. He just doesn't want to be great, you know?
He just doesn't want to be great. Hey man, he'll be great in the UFL. Honestly, the way he
He would
plays
be.
though,
He'd be awesome in the UFL.
honestly, if he doesn't get better though, he's gonna be holding a clipboard in the UFL because he's bad.
I don't
If
know. Ben DiNucci was an MVP candidate in that UFL. We saw how bad
that's
he is
true.
at Dallas.
DTR just can't throw a freaking football though. Like honestly, like when
Run
he
the flex
drops
bone.
back, yeah, no. When he's running it, he's pretty dynamic. But when he drops back to pass, which the Browns were in a pretty quick 14-0 hole in this game, so they were gonna have to pass. You're just like, okay, this is probably gonna be an incomplete pass. It could also technically be an interception. Outside chance it's a completion. That's how you think when DTR drops back to pass. He is bad. Um, Bengals still alive. Bengals not dead yet.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
So you're telling me there's a chance. Hey, two of the seven dominant. Last week, I famously said, hey, I only need seven things to happen. Two of the seven dominoes have fallen.
We're getting
Only
there.
need five more. Only need five more. And one of them's a big one coming up this Saturday. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll suck if six of the seven happen and the Chiefs rest starters against the Broncos in week 18 and the Broncos beat them. And it was all for naught. I would hate the Chiefs even more then. I would probably go and burn down Arrowhead. I'm not gonna lie.
Burrowhead.
Arrowhead. That's all I gotta say about this one though. I mean, it's so hard when the other team is just so bad that it's like it's not even satisfying. I wanted to beat these fuckers by like 40. I'll take 18.
All right, shall we speed through these next two?
Yeah. Oh wait,
Snoozers.
real fast. Jamar Chase still in pace for the Triple Crown. Fuck yeah.
Oh
Baller.
yeah.
Yeah, we can speak to these next two. Indy took care of business against Tennessee.
High scoring, surprisingly.
Yeah, very high scoring.
Jonathan
Actually,
Taylor held on to the football.
Indy was up big in this one at one point,
Yeah.
and then Tennessee almost came all the way back, but they weren't able to pull it off in the end.
Jonathan Taylor held on to the football.
Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Tennessee. I think Tennessee scored 23 unanswered. I think these 8
Mhm.
to 15. I think that was 23 unanswered. Jonathan Taylor did hold on to the football. That's correct. He pulled it off. And then LA and New York, just horrible
Snooze
offensive
fest.
football. But New York held the ball for like an insane amount of time right in the middle, and they only got 3 points out of
Yeah.
it. I remember people tweeting about
Aaron
that.
Rodgers was like force feeding Devontae to get a record.
Yeah. There you go. Philly,
Miracle,
Washington. This is a fun
miracle
one.
comeback.
Yeah, miracle comeback, 5 turnovers, and still well, it's funny because Philly was up big, and then Washington came all the way back, got the lead. Then Philly got the lead. Washington had a turnover that looked like it was going to ice the game. Philly was forced to kick a field goal, so Washington got the ball back, and then Washington scored a touchdown to win it. So crazy game, very fun game. Anyone saying that any quarterback can run Philly's system may I introduce you to Kenny Pickett. Um,
Is he how long's Hurts out?
it was a concussion, so he might be out next week too. Who knows?
Damn.
We'll see. We'll see. Some of those concussions people come back
Yeah.
from faster. So
They lie about being healthy.
yeah, they lie. Yeah. Um. Excuse me. But yeah, going to Washington. I don't think they haven't clinched a playoff spot, but I think
No.
they're close to. I think they win one more, they clinch,
Yeah.
which would make it so
Thanks a
Seattle and
lot for
LA.
Eagles. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. If Washington wins one more, Seattle and LA are the only two potential NFC playoff teams that haven't clinched yet. And actually, LA could clinch it this week if they win and Seattle
Yep.
loses. So we could be looking at a very low stakes week 17 in the NFC if the Seahawks aren't able to pull out the win against Chicago, which they should, but don't want to jinx it. We'll talk about that when we talk about it. Speaking of losing a playoff spot, Arizona blowing it against
Woo.
Carolina.
Well, they were down big.
They were down big, came
I
back.
I literally did that like cartoon meme of like eyes bulging when I saw the score.
Yeah, yeah, Carolina
Forced
was shaking.
OT and took the L. Trey McBride calling them sorry.
Yeah, yeah, they're Arizona's no more. Fell to the Panthers. Panthers, are they up to 5 wins now? Are the Panthers up to 5 wins now, or is they still only at four? No, they're 4-11. Okay, they're only 4-11. I was about to go out here and say 5 win Panthers. Let's go. Still more than last year. Two more, twice as many as last year, in
Mm-hmm.
fact. And they can still spoil a couple more team seasons because they play Tampa this week and Atlanta week 18, I want to say.
Oh, don't do it to my
They
boy.
can spoil two rivals seasons.
Don't do it to my boy.
They can spoil two of their rival seasons. Wouldn't that be fun? And screw up their own draft position process. You know what? Here's my bold prediction: the Panthers will win one of those games.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say which one, but they're gonna win one of those
I don't
games.
hate it. I don't hate it.
All
Can you
right.
win the game in the first quarter for that one? Dave Canales did
Oh,
one of those. All right. Speaking of a team that did not win in the fourth quarter, though, I mean that we should have won this game. This was a tough one to lose. This was definitely a pretty must win. Just so many things went wrong. Just didn't play a little sloppy. Played like we had a first year head coach. Unfortunately, um, you know, calling 4 runs in the second half pretty inexcusable, especially because the O line actually had a pretty decent game. Only gave up 2 sacks to pretty damn good defense. Uh, where do I begin with things that went wrong? The missed hold and hands to the face on the Jay Jetta touchdown. Tariq walking at the end of that, and Jordan Love not getting over on the cover two. Byron Murphy face mask. That was such a bummer, man. And I feel for him because he only touched it really. He didn't pull him, but that's the rule.
mm,
What else? Trey Brown lining up offsides. Touchdown after that when we had to stop. Um, Geno Smith horrible sack that forced a 60-yarder, which it was the right call to kick it, and it was pretty damn close, but couldn't convert there. Um, what else? Just so many things went wrong. That Geno pick in the end was DK's fault for sure.
mhm.
DK ran a horrible route, but I don't think it was the best decision to throw that either. Yeah, just really makes me think that Grubb's not going to be back this year. And it's if I were in charge, I would give him another year. But reading the tea leaves of what McDonald said in his pressers, I don't think he's back. I think we're going to go more run heavy, which I think is probably the right call. I hope we keep Huff though. I would be bummed to lose him. And you know, objectively, it's been a good season. There's been a lot of growth. But man, having the playoffs so close, losing our last two, definitely sucks. Definitely sucks. But I'm still damn happy with what we've done. Finish with a winning record. I don't think too many people predicted that. And still possible. It's not in our hands anymore, but still
Actually, it
possible.
is still in your hands. If you win
No, I don't
out,
think we have
yeah, they're in the
tiebreakers.
playoffs, aren't
I
they?
don't think no. I think Rams have tiebreakers. We need the Cards to beat them.
Uh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think if they beat the Cards, they'd clinch strength of victory over them, which is one
Yeah.
of the tiebreakers. Okay.
If the Rams win, we need a lot of teams to do
Mhm.
things for strength of
Yeah.
victory. Yeah, just not a team that's there yet. Gino's good, Gino's bad. Gino's inconsistent. Gino's not the quarterback to take us there, but he does good things. Get him some protection, make some changes, bring back Ernest Jones. Um, bring back Ernest Jones, cut Noah Fant, Lockett retire, although it sounds like he doesn't want to retire. Cap situation isn't great. It's not great. But gotta, keep going. Hopefully get a quarterback for the future pretty soon. Because we have been punting on that. That's it.
Remember before the season, it's going to come down to the wire. Before the season, when we did our AFC West predictions, me and you had a personal bet of if the Seahawks would win 10 games.
What was the bet?
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and watch it, but we had a personal bet of if the Seahawks would win double-digit games. And here we are, closing stretch.
What are we at? 8?
Yep, you're at 8-7. You got to win
It's
out.
like when you look back at like this game and the Rams game, it's like,
Mhm.
man, like, I don't look back at the Giants game and say we should have won that. We got whooped. It was a miracle that we were in position to win it. But yeah,
Had to get a little lucky to beat the Patriots, to be fair.
yeah, yeah.
So it kind of evens out. Jets. There you go. There's two games you probably should have lost that you won, and vice versa. So it evens
That's what
out, kind
happens
of.
with the rookie coach.
Yeah.
Not not giving Charbot the ball like at all is
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah. I think we can speed run through the rest of these games here. New England, Buffalo. Buffalo playing with their food a little bit, 14-0 hole. And then
I think
yeah,
Mayo's gonna be one and done.
he might be. He might be. It sounds like they're pretty confident.
He had some bad moments with the press.
He definitely has. He definitely has.
Vegas ruining their draft stock.
Yeah. Yep. Went from the projected first pick to the projected sixth pick with one win.
Brutal.
Rough. Rough.
There goes
Uh
Shadur.
there goes Shadur. I wonder if Shadur did that tweet that he normally does this Sunday. Hold on, real fast. I'm checking Shadur's Twitter. Did he tweet it? Did he do the tweet? He did not tweet thank you God. He did not tweet thank you God. That means he does want to be a Raider confirmed. He said thank you God after every Raiders loss. The Raiders finally win. He does not tweet thank you God. He really does want to be a Raider. What a legend.
Maybe he
Oh
can
man.
Eli himself to the Raiders. Who's ahead of him?
Maybe it could. When's the last time someone tried to do that?
Yeah, no one ever. Who's
Yeah.
ahead of who's ahead? Can you go back to Tankathon, please?
Oh yeah, we'll look at that in a second. Giants, Patriots, Jags, Titans,
Oh, you're
Browns.
going to Tennessee.
Literally, there's three teams here that would draft a QB. Giants, Titans, Browns. It ain't
Yeah, no, he
happening.
definitely wants to be a Raider.
Yeah, it ain't
I don't
happening.
know if the Browns draft Shadur. Oh, he does not want to go there. He would
Oh
Eli
no, no,
himself.
Dion would not let him. Dion
Yeah,
would not let
he
him.
would get him. He would not go to the Browns.
He probably wouldn't let me go to Titans either. He's probably
No,
saying Giants or Raiders.
he wants to be on a blue blood.
Yeah, he probably wants him to
Are the
go
Giants a
Giants or
blue blood?
Raiders.
I think so.
I'd say the Giants are a blue blood. Yeah, yeah, he
Who
wants to
are
go to
blue
the
bloods? So
Giants
let's look
Raiders.
down. Giants. Do you count the Patriots at this point?
Raider. I would call it the Patriots, but they're not looking for your QB.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just
We're
talking
looking
blue
at
blood teams.
Giants,
I'm
Raider.
talking
That could.
blue blood teams. So who are blue
Oh,
bloods?
just general
Giants,
Giants,
Patriots.
Raiders,
Oh no, it's
or
Patriots a blue
Patriots.
blood.
Yeah, Giants, Patriots, Raiders, Bears.
No, Bears aren't a
Not.
blue blood. Only one.
I think they're on the verge.
They're verge.
Niners,
Niners. Yep. Cowboys.
Cowboys,
Steelers.
Washington. I'd say
Yeah,
Washington,
Steelers.
Pittsburgh, Green
Baltimore.
Bay.
Green Bay.
Baltimore's on the verge. Baltimore's
Verge. Yeah, they're
there.
verge.
Verge.
Philly's on
Green
the
Bay for
verge.
sure. Philly's verge.
Kansas City.
Casey's verge. Casey's
Yeah.
verge.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Denver, I'd say, is verge too.
Denver's verge too. Yeah, Denver's verge too.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, you were probably looking at Giants or Raiders. I don't think he'd let him go to the Titans or the Browns.
Definitely not the Browns. Titans.
Definitely not the Browns. Funny enough, especially after, and don't get me wrong, I'm not actually not going to sit here and hate on the Browns fans for cheering during the Watson injury. I will say that probably just guaranteed Shadur will never play for your team.
Well, it's such a cursed place to be a quarterback too.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, you know who I bet is going to try to get him to be a Brown though?
Who?
LeBron.
That's true. I didn't think LeBron might try to sprinkle some motivation in there. I didn't think about that. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Freaking LeBron.
Oh, imagine
Um.
LeBron and the Sanders family. Oh,
Oh yeah.
and I like LeBron, but it's like that's a little too much for me.
Oh gosh. I always think it's funny that LeBron stopped being a Cowboys fan. I know I've already said this on the pod before, but LeBron stopped being a Cowboys fans for political reasons. Chose to instead be a Browns fan after the Deshaun Watson trade.
Well, he was a Browns fan during like Manziel era too.
Yeah, but that was just because he was friends with Manziel.
Well, he's from
Well, no, but he's from Cleveland, but he only switched from Cowboys to Browns temporarily because, but like
I
during
think he
the
was he was a Browns guy. He was at least like in the circle.
oh, I'm sure he's in the circle because he was the most famous man in Cleveland. But I mean, before until recently,
Is
he was on
LeBron
the
the most
record as saying
famous
he was a
man to ever
Cowboys
come from
fan.
Cleveland?
Oh, 100%.
Let's look it up. Cleveland celebrities. Drew Carey.
Drew Carey. Yeah, I'm gonna put LeBron over Drew Carey.
A lot of presidents probably came from that area. Drew Carey,
Halle Berry. Oh,
Halle
that might be the
Berry.
competition.
That's
Halle
the
Berry
competition.
right there.
Tracy Chapman, fast car.
Oh, Yvette Nicole Brown. A little community shout out right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's
You're
that's the
probably looking
two.
at LeBron or Halle Berry.
Look up
It's LeBron.
presidents from Cleveland area.
Presidents from Cleveland area. 7 U.S. presidents
Yeah,
were
so it's
born.
tied with Virginia for most.
Let's see.
Delaware,
Ulysses
Orange,
S.
North
Grant,
Bend,
Rutherford B. Hayes,
Johnson,
James
Taft.
Abram,
Yeah,
Garfield,
not too close. Not too close enough.
Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley. Hey, Taft is from Cincy. Let's go. Big boy president.
Big
The original
boy.
OG big boy president. Warren Harding, Corsica. Now blue.
Teapot Dome was the setup.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
so yeah, like the big hotbeds for presidents is Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and New York's the fourth.
yeah, I was gonna say nowadays New York.
No, no, not nowadays. Before, so you
Well, I
had
mean, yeah,
Teddy Franklin, uh,
right, true.
Van Buren, one of my guys.
Right.
Uh,
It was 2016 where we had Trump versus Hillary
True,
were
two New
both New
Yorkers.
York. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think it was I think it was only four. Yeah, four. But yeah, no, Virginia early on, especially, tons of presidents came from Virginia, and then like post Civil War, a ton came from Ohio.
Uh-huh.
Um, because Ohio was just churning out good Union fighters. So
Hmm.
the Republican strategy for like 30 years, 40 years after the Civil War was to probably more like 25 to 30 years was nominate a Civil War general. And it would work a lot because
I was
like
gonna say,
yeah, these motherfuckers, the Democrats tried to get me killed.
yeah,
It was
it's a
called
good argument.
waving the bloody shirt. That's what that strategy was called. Handsome general was a man on horseback. A man on horseback is the most successful presidential strategy. It's worked always. Washington, Jackson, a bunch of post Civil War guys, William Henry Harrison, Zach Taylor, our coach and football guy. Yeah.
Zach Taylor. I need to see
Uh,
Zach Taylor riding a horse before I'm convinced.
no, he was in the Spanish American War, or
No, I
no, Mexican American War.
yeah, Mexican. Yeah.
Eisenhower, um, and then you know what our modern equivalent of man on a horse is?
Uh,
Movie and TV stars. Reagan,
oh,
Trump.
yeah. Reagan,
Mm-hmm.
Trump,
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Kanye.
Man on a horseback. Rock 28, baby.
Rock 28.
Genuinely, I think Jon Stewart could do pretty well if he ran in 28.
I think Jon Stewart's got some appeal across the aisle too, which I think helps.
I think he actually says things that voters care about that the Democratic
Yeah.
establishment refuses to talk about.
Oh, 100%. I feel like people outside the establishment will say all those things.
Which is the party base.
Before we get too political though, Miami, San Francisco.
I'm San Francisco. Mike Daniel
Not much to talk
fathering.
about in this one.
Eliminated.
San
Niners
Francisco.
eliminated.
They were
Let's
eliminated before the game
go. Let's
started. But
go.
yes, San Francisco's dead in the water. And they looked like they were dead in the water too.
Mike McDaniel trying to get Nick Bosa to come home. Please, please trade for him.
No, keep him in the NFC, please, for the love
Get
of
him
God.
away from here. Get him
Keep him
away
in
from
the
here.
NFC. We don't want him. We got too many studs in the AFC already. Um, yeah, no, this one, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was close. Don't get me wrong. It's like Miami killed them. Miami obviously won by 12 points, but a lot of that was a garbage time touchdown. They were able to score after Brock Purdy had a rough interception, forcing the ball during a 2-minute drill.
$60 million man.
Soon to be, yeah. Jeez, man, they
Oh, I'm
are.
gonna be gloating so much when that contract comes out.
Yeah. No, San Francisco's windows. You're probably looking at San Francisco's window being shut, which you can say the same for Cincinnati, but at least at least the quarterback
No, it is.
Cincinnati paid
Cincy's windows
at
nowhere
least
near being shut.
yeah, at least the quarterback that Cincinnati paid is actually elite.
The
Brock Purdy
most
ain't at.
important players for Cincinnati aren't over 30.
That is also true. That is also true. Well, actually, Burrow is almost 20. Burrow is 28, actually. But that's okay because
Well, I'm talking more about Trump
fine.
Williams, George Kittle, Christian
Oh,
McCaffrey.
yeah, no. Oh, yeah, Jamar Chase is only 24. So T. Higgins is 26.
He's on his rookie deal still. The window's not closed.
Yeah, no, I was mostly being facetious. As long as you got Trump or Trump. You see, you got me talking politics. As long as you got Burrow and Chase, you'll be fine. As long as you got Burrow and Chase, you'll be fine. And probably T. It sounds like T is actually coming back.
So speaking of Burrow, though, the katanas.
The katanas. Oh, that's sick. How about you even skip over that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Such a sick gift. One of the coolest things too was I think it was they were interviewing Cody Ford about it. They're interviewing one like backup. No, they're interviewing a backup lineman. So I don't think it was Cody Ford. But he was like, yeah, I'm gonna show that to my grandkids one day, and the coolest part of the story will be that Joe Burrow gave it to me. And I'm like, hell yeah, it will be.
Well, do you see like there's like they wanted guns, but I don't know anything about guns, so I got them katanas. It was like people were like Joe Burrow's a lib.
No, I mean,
which honestly, good move, Joe Burrow, to not give your linemen guns.
Right, exactly.
That's probably the worst possible gift you can give to mentally unstable giant men.
Yeah. Plus, katanas are just sick.
They are. They are.
And also, okay, I'll just say it. I'll just say it. If I'm breaking into a house and I know for a fact the owner of that house is an NFL offensive lineman, I'm more scared of him with the katana than with the gun.
Oh yeah, hand to hand.
He's gonna fuck you
That's
up with a
melee.
katana.
That's melee. He'll chop you in half, clean cut with that
Oh,
straight.
easy. He's got one cut and you're dead.
One cut has a different meaning in football now. Uh, what's funny is remember those like memes of like fedora anime nerd like teleports
Mhm.
behind you. Sorry, kid, it's not personal. You can make
Yeah.
that for Joe Burrow now with the uncheesed katana. You can do
Oh
that with
no,
Joe Burrow.
I put in the chat like, hey, Burrow's kind of a nerd for this, but also I love him.
Heh,
I love him
nothing
for it.
personal, kid. You got that's got to be a Bengals meme.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Sunday Night
Can't wait.
Football.
Hey, Dallas
UW
pulled the upset.
UW showed out in this game too.
They did. They did. McMillan, Vita, who else?
Colt
Oh, yep.
Vita
Cole.
bringing the boom to a tight end. You don't see tight ends
Gosh.
get hit like that too often. You don't see a
No, that was crazy.
350-pound lineman drop like that.
Yeah, no, that was wild. That was Vita's such a stud, man. I really hope the Bengals can prime out because they need a
There's
nose
no
tackle
shot.
Badly. Oh, not a shot. Not a shot in hell,
There's
but
no way. Is he a free agent?
no, not a
No,
shot. No.
he
I'm
got a fat
saying
extension. He's probably never going to leave Tampa because they're just not going to pay him to. They're not going to allow him to leave because,
right.
like, maybe when he's older, he'll probably bounce around a little bit because interior. It's surprising how long interior linemen can last. Like, because Linval Joseph was playing for the Cowboys, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, get on the Cowboys. Baker was throwing hospital passes left and right. Absolute hospital passes. His
Yeah.
players got absolutely creamed.
Yeah, I don't know. Bucks, I don't know. They think they went in, we're just feeling a little too confident in themselves. I don't know. But
But there's another NFC South team that just did not show up to the game at all, and that is the New Orleans Saints.
no, they didn't even bother showing up. I mean, the score here, they literally could have not shown up and just forfeited and it would have been 34 nothing. Would have taken the same amount from this game. The
That
Saints are
was a
just done.
boring game.
Yeah, the Saints are done. They're mentally checked out at this
Oh
point.
yeah,
Which I mean, a dome, a Southern dome team going up to Green Bay and playing on Monday Night Football in late December. It was never
recipe
going to
for
go well.
disaster.
But let's be real, they didn't even try.
No, they did not care.
They were Mike Tomlin. We do not care.
We do not care.
Um, all right, let's hop into the picks after we look at the draft order one more time. See, we
18. Oh,
yeah, 18. We were already down all the way to 14.
no. No
Giants are
more
getting
Mason Graham. Damn it.
yeah, Giants are getting close to maybe clinching number one there. What 10-game losing streak. Um
You see that stats when they were showing John Mara?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was like John Mara's so pissed he's gonna have to draft a black quarterback.
But then you got this bundle of 3-win teams here: Jacksonville or New England, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Las Vegas, all in the AFC, funny enough. So there's your bottom tier of the AFC. Um then you got Carolina, the Jets and Bears at 4. Remember when the Bears were 4-2? That was fun. That Hail Mary really broke them, man. Um, Saints the only 5-win team in the NFL. Good on them. They're unique. Niners the only 6-win team in the NFL. Good on them for being unique. And then we got a bundle 7-win teams: Miami, Indians, Cincy, Clamor. They're the in the hunt AFC teams right here. And then NFC, Dallas, Arizona, Tampa, and Seattle, the in the hunt NFC teams here.
Mhm.
So there you go.
That's so
12
odd.
down. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that worked out. Actually, I guess Arizona's not in the hunt anymore.
Oh yeah, true.
Nor is Dallas.
Neither's
Never mind.
Dallas.
Never
Yeah.
mind. It's just Tampa and Seattle. Just Tampa and Seattle. And then from there it's playoff spots. So
All
um
right, I got a question for you before we get to picks.
yes.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
Thank you. It absolutely is not.
There's no Christmas theme to it. Like, yes, it's
Its
set at
setting
Christmas.
isn't Christmas, but it's not a
It's set
Christmas
at
movie.
Christmas. I think
If
Christmas
Die
has to
Hard
have Christmas themes.
if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so is Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Bingo. If Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so is Iron Man 3.
Yes.
So, no, I agree. No, a
Honestly,
Christmas setting
Home
does not
Alone
equal
is
Christmas
stretching it
movie.
too.
No, I agree. I agree, honestly. I've always thought Home Alone was stretching it as far as Christmas movies go
My
because it's
dad
not really the theme.
refuses that argument. He says Die Hard is and Paul Blart isn't. It's like, what where's the distinction here? If anything, Paul Blart is even more Christmassy because you got
Right.
characters named after the reindeers.
That's true. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, no, I don't get behind the Die Hard's a Christmas movie argument. I normally I'll just be contrarian. If I meet someone who says it is, I'll say it isn't. If I meet someone who says it isn't, I'll say it is. But me speaking from the heart, it is not. It is not.
Thank you.
Get out of here. The theme, there's no Christmas themes.
Yes.
So that's my
100%.
thought. All right. Let's see
I have
here.
no qualms with you watching these movies on Christmas.
Oh, absolutely.
era,
Watch whatever you're gonna watch.
but it is not a Christmas movie.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want in your own home. Just don't do it in
Don't
public.
shove it down my throat.
Don't shove it down. Don't shove your Die Hard viewing down my throat.
Die Hard being a Christmas movie is woke.
Die Hard being a Christmas movie is woke. Put it on a t-shirt.
And the woke mind virus.
We will be watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in this household.
What's your
Thank you
favorite
very
Christmas
much.
movie?
What is my favorite? Elf, probably.
Yeah, that's a
Elf's
good
a
pick.
classic. Home Alone, I know we just talked about it not being a Christmas movie, but it's also fantastic.
I watched the Trump cut where it's just the scene of him talking to the kid on
Yeah,
loop for an hour and 20 minutes.
that's great. National
Um,
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
oh yeah.
Another
Oh, I
classic.
love Christmas Vacation. My favorite. Christmas Vacation is my favorite. Shitter's full,
Just,
Clark.
I love that one because it's just like a series of sketches. Like, yes, there is a through line. Yes, there is a plot, but it really just feels like a series,
It
series
is.
of sketches.
What else is there? Look up Christmas movies real quick.
Oh man, let's see.
No tier list like we did sport. That sports movie tier list was so fun.
Yeah, Christmas movies. Here we go. I know I misspelled Christmas.
Oh, Red One.
I've heard it's so bad.
Yeah, it's Polar Express. I like Polar Express.
Polar Express, okay. The Grinch,
Oh, the Jim Carrey
the Jim
Grinch.
Carrey
That's
Grinch.
a fun one. Get out of here with these shitty Hallmark movies.
There's Home Alone. Jingle All the Way.
How do you feel about the Santa Clauses?
I've only ever seen
They're
the
all
second
right.
one, actually. I
Four
actually have
Christmases
not.
is a fun chick flick.
Let's see.
Oh, how do you feel about Christmas Story? That's a classic.
I like Christmas Story, actually. I liked it a lot when I was a kid. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it in a couple
it's
of years,
shown its
but it is
age for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
But there's some fun stuff in it.
Yeah, we're starting to describe a lot of the
Yeah.
mail here.
I've
I'd
never
say
seen It's a Good Life
It's a Wonderful Life, you mean?
or whatever it's called. Yeah, see.
Yeah, me neither, so. Fair enough. I'd probably say
I have
that's my
this
favorite
really
Christmas
fun
movie.
Christmas sweater. That's the Pillsbury Doughboy, and there's a button on the belly button that if you press it, it goes hee hee.
That's pretty sick,
People love
actually.
People love it.
Alrighty, let's hop right into it then. I won the week barely, so we'll just go left to
The
right here.
classic.
Keep it simple. KC Pittsburgh. KC 3-point favorites playing let's be real, a reeling Steelers squad. It's
Yeah.
losing 2 in a row to some big time teams. However, this one is in Pittsburgh. Give me the Steelers. I think they win straight up.
I'm gonna go KC. They can't hang with the Pittsburgh hasn't shown they can hang with the big boys
To
yet.
be fair, both those games were on the road. The Eagles and
That's a good
Ravens
point.
games were on the road.
And
But
and
I see your point.
Yinzers care about the Steelers more than our Lord and Savior, so
It's true.
he'll show up.
That's very true. Baltimore, Houston.
That's the hot ticket Christmas item. Steelers, Chiefs tickets.
Yeah. Baltimore, Houston. Baltimore 5-point favorites going in H Town. You are up.
No Tank Dell, man. I mean, and CJ Slump. I gotta take the Ravens right now. They're playing good ball.
They are, and I'm also taking the Ravens. I really wish I could pick the Texans in this one, but nah, the Texans just feel cooked. Take the AFC South playoff spot and give it to loser of Bengals Broncos. Speaking of
Seahawks
losers,
Bears.
Seattle and Chicago.
The
Daniel would have liked
Waldron
that
Bowl.
segue if he was there. That's right, the Waldron Bowl. Seattle 3.5-point favorites against the Bears. This is for Seattle's season. This is their only chance to get back in it. I gotta think Chicago's dead in the water, man. I gotta go Seahawks here. The
With three
Seahawks
and
are
a
still playing
half,
for
I'm
something.
definitely taking the Seahawks with 3.5. I think
Yeah,
if it was more, I would have been hesitant, but I think that's a good number.
I think they're actually still playing for something, which I don't know if you can say the same for the
Yeah, they're playing
good
for nothing.
old Bears. Yeah,
I'll be sad to root against Rome. He had a rough game.
he did have a rough game. Chargers, Patriots, Chargers -5.5 with a chance to clinch a playoff spot with a victory. You are
I
up.
think the Chargers match up quite well against the Patriots because what the Chargers like to do is what the Patriots like to do to other teams, but they do it worse. So for that reason,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Chargers. Although weather might be a factor here. Cali Pretty Boys in New England.
That was true. And the Patriots did just play the Bills really tough in
They
their building.
always do, though. I feel
They
like
always do. You're right, except that one playoff game.
that was a weird. That was remember that wind game that they just
Oh, that
all the
was I
Chargers
remember
like,
that
yeah, we're
one.
just not gonna pass.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you though. Also, give me the
That
Chargers in
was a
this one.
Bill Parcells game plan.
Bengals, Broncos, Bengals, 3.5-point home favorites against the mighty Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. Burrow, Nix, Joe versus Bo for a spot in the AFC playoffs. Put that on a t-shirt. You know what? Fuck it. Season on the line. Give me the Bengals. I think they cover. I think they win and cover, which them covering necessitates them also winning. But I think they win. I think they cover.
This one's gonna come down to is can the Bengals O line protect Joe Burrow against the best sack defense in the NFL? I think that will. Give me the Bengals.
Rams playing the Cardinals again. Rams have a shot to clinch a NFC West championship with a win over the Cardinals here. However, the Cardinals did give them a very, very hard time back in September. However, we are again not in September. We're in late December now.
This
Rams are five
feels
and a half point favorites.
this feels like the classic McVay revenge game, but I feel like the Jonathan Gannon Cardinals play their best when they have nothing to lose. So for
Mm-hmm.
that, I'm taking the Cards. As much as I always shit on them.
No, and I like your I like your thinking. I'm gonna have to go in the other direction here, though. I think the Rams take it to them. Bills Jets. Bills got another home game against a bad division rival. 10-point favorites. Um, see, even in recent weeks, when's the last time the Bills won by double digits? They lost the Rams.
Technically, I'd say the
They did
Lions.
destroy the Niners, I guess. They
I
did
would
destroy
say
the
the
Niners.
Lions with like some garbage time points.
Right. Let's see. I took it to KC. Mm, took it to Indy. 10 points is a lot, though. Give me the Jets to cover. I think they find a way to cover.
Um,
Robbie.
I think the Jets have just totally quit, and I'm taking the Bills here.
Can't argue without reasoning.
Oh,
Raiders
this is a
Saints.
punishment game.
Yeah, this is a punishment game if there ever was one. Uh oh man. Let's see. Saints are 1.5 point favorites. I don't really have
Short
anything to
week
talk about this
for
game.
the Saints.
Hmm.
Raiders seem to not give a fuck about the draft position, so give me the Raiders.
I respect it. This one being in New Orleans, I don't trust either of these teams, but I trust the Saints slightly more, and they're at home. Give me the Saints.
Hmm.
Giants Colts. Colts 8 point road favorites going into East Rutherford. Ah, fuck. Eight's a lot. It is the Giants, but eight's a lot. And the Colts are a weird team. Let me check something. I know the Colts blew out or not blew out they didn't blow out the Titans. They got blown out. Fuck, the Giants suck. The Giants suck, but this is not an inspiring resume for the Colts. Fuck it. Give me the Giants.
The Colts, eight's too much. The Colts are a pretty high variance team, so I'm going to take the Giants to cover.
Cowboys, Eagles, 9.5 point favorites at home. We're in the Kelly Greens.
Kelly Green. This feels like the Eagles bounce back here. Give them to me. They get the Cowboys suck at stopping the run.
Um, funny. The Cowboys actually play a little bit better on the road. They play a little bit better on the road than they do at home. They already beat the Commies in Washington. They did not can't say the same for the Eagles. Is Kenny Pickett playing? Kenny Pickett's playing. I'm picking the that line makes me feel like they think Hurts is playing. Oh, I guess it's only Monday. I guess they won't have an injury report.
Yeah, only Monday.
You know what? I'm gonna hedge my bet. I'm gonna say Dallas covers. I could have a really bad week. But who knows? Tampa, Carolina. Tampa, 8 point favorites at home, taking on a Panther squad. They gave them some fits the first time they played. Took them to OT in Charlotte. Carolina's playing teams tough right now, but this is in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is gonna be pissed. Eight's a lot though. Give me Panthers.
I'm gonna take the Panthers too. They're playing teams tough. Bucks look vulnerable this week, man.
Jags Titans.
Actually lost to the Cowboys in Dallas. Nobody does that this year.
Yeah, right. That's true. Only the Giants and the Buccaneers. Where are we at? Oh yeah, sorry. Jags Titans. Jags 1 point favorite at home. They just beat the Titans a couple weeks ago in Tennessee. God, both these teams suck, but I think Tennessee's got a little bit more juice to them. Oh, wait, you're picking first. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take Tennessee just for the points.
I think Mason Rudolph's better than Mac Jones, which isn't saying much, but
Jacksonville.
got a little bit more juice to him. If it was Will Levis, I'd probably pick Maxville, but it's not. So Miami Cleveland. This game was Sunday Night Football. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Flex Jesus. Um,
Just off topic real quick though, but
yeah.
watch me lose college football pick 'em because the Mercer pick.
Wait, what's that?
Watch me lose college football pick 'em because of the Mercer pick.
Oh, that'd be incredible. I'd never let
Worth
you
it.
live that down.
Worth it.
Worth it. Worth it. Um, where were we? Oh yeah, Miami, Cleveland. Miami 6.5 point favorites. Fuck, man. It kind of comes down to if DTR starting or not. If they put Jameis back out there, I'd probably pick Cleveland. Miami, bad weather. Don't see any fucking way they put DTR back out there after how he played against the Bengals. So give me the Browns.
I'm going Miami.
Miami, even in cold, chilly Cleveland in late December.
Browns suck, man.
They do. They really, really do. Packers Vikings game of the week, probably. America's game of the week, you might even say. Ah, there's the marketing. Vikings 1.5 point favorites at home. You're up, Robe.
I'm gonna go Packers. I think they're playing really good ball right now.
I'm with you. Yeah, give me the Packers to win straight up here, and I'm getting points too. Even easier. Washington, Atlanta, Sunday Night Football. Jane Daniels, Michael Penix. Winner gets the 2023 Heisman Trophy. Um, that's a joke. Um, Washington favored by 4 in this one. Is this the first home primetime game of Jaden Daniels' career? Let's see. His at Bengals is on the road versus Panthers versus Bears versus Steelers versus Cowboys versus Titans versus yeah, this is the first home primetime game of Jaden Daniels' career. And you know what? Give me the Commanders.
Upset.
Live by the bow, die by the bow.
This is
Oh,
an absurd line. Give me the lines.
oh yeah, absolutely. No, the Niners are dead in the water. Let's be real. Let's be real for a second.
They're gonna
Um,
run this one up. They are determined.
oh yeah, they're yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, there you go. That's how many differences did we end with? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I could get right back in it this week if I go 7-0 on our differences. Now, will that happen? Probably not. But who knows, right? Um, Also, you could all open up a massive lead and just leave me in the
Yeah, a
dust. And
lot
then
of differences this week. This gonna be
yeah,
fun.
seven out of 16 differences. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot for us. So I guess we'll see how it plays out. Well, that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all. Closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen.
If one of us watches actual Christmas movies, all of us watch actual Christmas movies. One of us could like, all of us could like. If one subscribe, all of us subscribe.